Us. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Shall we? Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! Rise. Beautiful sunshine. Yes, I'm in my underwear outside of my balcony. Yes, this is blessed. And of course, I love my life. I don't want to scare these poor white folks here in Funland, but I do love my life, and I love the sunshine, and I love the warm weather, and we're gonna get some morning motivation this morning by practicing our faith, not that religious stuff, but not that religious shit, but an internal faith, a belief, and that's one of the hardest things to do is believe in yourself and follow through. As I exercised the demons yesterday, I noticed that my phone was off, and I was like, what the fuck's going on with my phone? Because I pay two different bills, and turns out your boy can run out of money. You know what I mean? Expensive Airbnbs or meals with friends or two lunches like yesterday. It can run out quickly. We all know, numbers on the board, numbers on the situation and the bank account. But this is about having my own power, right? Because I have the power to focus on better things. And that's why we're having this conversation this morning, is because it was like, not for nothing. That's when faith is supposed to be practiced, when the chips are down or you can't see a solution or, you feel mixed up. I knew I had money coming, and then they bounced it back another day. And I'm like, fuck, I got no cash on me. But that's all right. I counted it out right there. My little 10 euros of backup money. And then I counted out my little 5 euros. And then I swiped the dollar and then we ate lunch. It always seems to make a way. I mean, I don't know if you have that strong of a faith or a belief system in yourself or things that you believe in, but this is what I'm talking about. This is that practicing of the mental push-ups in your head where everything's going to be all right, even without seeing it. All right. This is why it's a faith situation, is because you're going to have to believe in something without seeing it. It's almost like believing in someone and being in love and believing that you're going to have a family or be together. That's a strong belief system. And that's what we have in our lives, is we believe our lies, or we believe our fear, or we believe some bullshit. Right. And then we call it that kind of faith, that like, oh, sure. Yeah, I have the faith to follow through. I have the faith to believe. I have the faith to believe in my imagination, my possibilities, and certain situations happen in the way that I want them to happen. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't or won't. They're afraid to put any faith into anything that doesn't give them a buzz. Like crackheads have full belief that they're going to wake up and get after their crack. I thought about this morning, they're convinced that this is their lifestyle and they're going to go after and get it. They don't stop and say, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep chasing this dream. No, they keep chasing their addiction like a madman, mad woman, and there's nothing stopping them. This is where Saint's addiction came from. I have the power to change that thirstiness, that desire to go after something that's a little bit higher. And this is why we're having this conversation this morning motivation, is because it's so true. Most of us chase things that we already knew. We already knew that we had situations in our lives that have maybe not turned out perfectly the way we wanted them to, right? Like how many people are like that, where they're just like, well, that didn't work out, so I'll just quit. Things stop and they never mend, and I'm just so upset about the way that it ends. And you're just like, hey man, at least you live. This is the question of our lives. Yeah. To challenge our lives and say to ourselves, hold on, that spring was in the air. I can feel that in the back of my throat. That's what she said. But, to challenge our faith, to say, I believe in regards to, without any proof, without any money in the bank, without a magic trick, just straight up. I believe I can feel it in my bones, Jones, just like you feel it when you're marrying someone. I just love them. I don't know why. I just do. We get a sense of attraction to a situation. We go, that's what I want to do. That's what I believe in. That's exactly what I'm going to wear right now. You know what I mean? And I did. I believed in myself. High in space, higher than space. Shit. I believed in myself, and even now with no money, right? I got this expensive ass apartment. That was the first belief, that I keep going after it. My friends still want to meet up. People still want to meet up at the shop. Another guy wants us to build their website. Even with my phone off, another guy wants to work for us. You know, things still grow. And I know, I used to have less faith than you, or, I couldn't see it, so I didn't believe it. But what really started to happen is life started to reveal it. And that's the most important part, is when life starts to open up her skirt, start letting the shine come in, and you would be like, oh shit, she wants to flirt. Okay, she wants to do something with it. Okay, let's do something with it. Let's match energies, get outside into the sunshine, and go meet up with my friend by the river. Hold tight. Yep. That's that allergies, baby. That allergies. We're gonna take this morning motivation in my samurai shorts outside again, where everybody's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Hey, spring's here, man. Spring has sprung. I don't care if you get it or not. Get out my way, bitch. I'm gonna do something with it. I'm gonna do something with my life. I'm gonna do something with my situations. And that's what it's gonna have to be, bro. It's gonna have to be a practicing. How you get to Carnegie Mellon? Practice, right? We practice our fear more than our imagination. We practice our situations over and over in our head, trying to replay it instead of doing something about the now. And we also tend to throw it up in our head or in our dread as a almost insurmountable, right? Like, this is where you got to practice the faith. Is I've been through worse. Yeah, sure, I can feel the stress, but that's not where I live. I don't live in Stress Cadetville. I live in Imaginationville. I live in Possibilitiesville. I live in I'm gonna make it happen, Cattonville, and that's where the ville I wish to live in. You know what I mean? Not in some other situation, but in my reality. I wonder if I bring the hoodie or the other hoodie. We'll have to bring the other hoodie. Come with me. So we're packing it up this morning. Time to put some morning motivation in. Pack the joint, pack the lighter, grab my sunglasses. We're headed to the park. We're getting outside, bro. We outside, And every time, even if my jaw's still swollen, I still got antibiotics. And every time a situation that I thought didn't have any time for me started to appear, a different situation that I couldn't see. Like yesterday, I gave the flowers over to Mom Mary, but she's the one that took care of me, bro. Like, I didn't see there was a place to be seen, or go with this chick, or I knew that she was going to have a place for me to stay. No, ma'am, no, sir. I didn't know in any way, shape, or form what was going to happen. And there I am, taken care of by a lady. What's this retouch? Retouch on? What is that? Done. I don't know what I pressed, but it's trying to send in some stress. And I didn't know. See, yeah, it did something. I don't want it to do the green screen, so off. There we go. Yeah, I knew it did something. Done, bro. Stop fucking around, yo. So I'm done, bro. I stopped fucking around, yo, on my life, on my time, on my focus. You know what I mean, man? Like, a lot of us will just get all up in our head and just pump it full of dread and, oh, that's not gonna work, and I don't feel right, or I wanted it to be like this instead, and try to control our lives instead of trying to control our minds. Does that make any sense? Backpacks are $50. I'm gonna put this in. Kind of don't want to wear that one. I want to wear my psychedelic hoodie, yo. Psychedelichoodies.com. Where'd my hoodie go? I have no idea where my hoodie went. This is the one hoodie Where'd the other one go? I'm just losing shit. I'm losing my shit. Let me see. Is it in the laundry? Probably. Yo! Look who it is. It's my laundry hoodie. Smells like shit. It doesn't smell that bad, but you know, this is the one I want to wear, something nice and light instead of this heavy stuff, because now all the light is out. So, you know, we're going to reinforce what's right instead of what's going wrong. You know, that's the practice of the faith, is to go inside yourself and say, I'm not going to believe in the negativity. You know, I'm not going to double down on something and be like, oh, I'm so stressed out, I don't leave the house. And now it's like, okay, well, the best feeling you could have got is outside, you know, with your friend offering to buy you free lunch and just smoke you out and go chill. Go out in nature, you know. Mention Roken Vapes for 15% off at Saints Addiction. This is what it takes, bro. Most people, they don't want to do that. They ain't trying to do that. They're not trying to be about that life. They're trying to be about that strife and what's going wrong and what's instead of what's going right. This is the push-ups, the mental push-ups and the stability that I'm talking about. This is that, oh shit, I have so much energy, I should focus on the possibilities instead of the deposits, right? Instead of the little facts, we can expand it to bigger facts. And that's why I'm having this conversation this morning with you, is because I started to see my faith shake, right? Not towards a God, bro, but towards my life. You know, like, are you really thinking that was it? You know, instead of enjoying it, like you're in this beautiful bed that's so comfortable with this view, and you're over here worrying about it before it ends. You're like, well, how am I going to afford next week? And then it's just like, you didn't enjoy the original time. You know what I mean? You didn't sit still long enough to even enjoy the first wave of situations, right? I'm gonna leave this one here and let it charge up. Fuck it. Yep. And you sat there and you cried wolf and talked shit about something and did something else. And now when it comes to real life shit, guess what? You're not even in it. You're not even present. You're over there worried about something before it even happens, or before you even had a chance to forgive it. You over here stressing on it. And I'm like, nah, man. No, ma'am. No, sir. I'm going to go make it happen, Captain. And that's what we're going to do this morning. Yep. We're getting outside of the house. We're going to go for a smoke. We're with the hat on. You know what I'm saying? Get the logo going. Get my little skinny ass legs. They're not very skinny. Into the sunshine. I'm going to go meet up with my friend. And today's Monday, and I have a meeting with my whole team. There it is. I got people coming down to the shop wanting to meet up. Right. We got trash cans right outside as soon as I get out. Right. And I'm not doing that job. I'm in my shorts and slides. Like, come on now. Only in Finland do the trash can actually have, believe it or not, artwork on the side. Look at that fox that's made out of trash. It's fucking cool, man. You know? It's fucking cool, but that's what it is. You know, you're going to have to survive some things. You're going to have to be aware of your thrival and not your survival. The way that you can practice your faith to keep you alive and say, I still have faith in human beings. I still have faith in sunshine, and I still have faith in me and all the possibilities that are coming for me in my life. I'm translating, you know, I'm translating to myself that I can make these things a reality, that I'm giving myself permission to already assume the close, already assume the outcome, and make it that, you know, not stress about it, not stress on a Monday and let it end my happiness. You could die on a Monday, bro. Like, you know, but do you live on the hill? You know, I'm my friend, I'll die on this hill. I'm like, I bet you would, but I'm not trying to die. I'm out here living, L-I-V-N, living, and just living to the fullest, because otherwise the week will go by. Time doesn't care if you stressed about it or focused on it or just let it slip. Time doesn't give a shit about any of it. Like, it's so impartial about how your mindset is, or what you believe in, or what you feel, or what you fear. It doesn't give a shit about any of that. It's just like, hey, I'm gonna keep going and rising. I'm gonna keep on shining. Good morning. And whether you smile back, whether you overeat, whether you trip on things, dude, it's all determined by your own views. So that's what we're gonna have to do, bro. We're gonna have to do things for ourselves, not against ourselves, before the purpose of believing in ourselves. And this is where the faith comes in. Check out this cool tree up on this wall. This is where the faith comes in, that I'm stronger than my excuses. You know what I mean? That I'm stronger than my fear. And even though what appears to be real, right? There's always like a different perspective there, a fine line, or read the fine print, where we have in us certain situations where we believe like, oh man, this is gonna go down so badly. And it's just like, nah, man, I'm in shorts and shirts. And now all of a sudden it's 60 degrees, you know what I mean? In the middle of the city. And I'm walking around shirts, Saint shades, Saint shorts, Saint shirt, and Saint slides. And I'm happy to be alive, rather than going like, oh, my hip wants to pop. Rather than being like, oh, well, I got no money right now. Well, shit, that's the quickest way to shit all over my experience. You know what I mean? Like, that's the quickest way to make myself unhappy, is to pump myself of everything that I don't have, instead of pumping myself of all the things that I do have. I have a friend waiting for me. I have a shop right up here. I'm walking to it. I'm working on being part owner of it. I got my joint in my pocket. Come on now. I'm doing all the things to keep my situation floating. Setting up appointments. I have another person that needs a website, you know what I'm saying? And needs some act right. And there it is. Morning motivation, baby. So, yeah, sure. The bank wants to say, you're in, you ran out. The number ain't what it's supposed to be. And I'm on some shit. I got 3 different appointments that said the number's about to change. One, somebody that wants a website. One, somebody that wants a t-shirt. And one, somebody that wants to join the team and work for me. Like, wow, work with me. Even better. So we got people applying. We got interns. People want to be my intern, dog. Like, what the hell just happened? Because I know I'm not going to churn against them. And that's the whole situation, We're going to go over here to Herica's real quick. But first, let's start by the print shop. Get the business done first, then go do the party. That's how we do it. Oh my God, it just looks so beautiful. Look at these trees. My God, they've come out in droves, and now it's just beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? Right? You know what I mean? Like, all this spring in the air makes it. Look at all the trees, bro. Look at all the. Oh, bro, it smells like a wedding or a baby's bottom. Like, we need these things, bro. We need a little faith in our stuff, if you know what I'm saying. We need a little bit of blessings. See that? Got a little faith. Faith not on our phones, where we're looking at our phone in the darkness instead of the sunlight and the shine. We need a little faith that we're going to do all right, no matter what life throws at us. And you need to practice it like a mental push-up, that every time you need to rely on yourself, you're sturdy. And it sucks that you have to go through some baptisms and some fires, but you need to know what your true desire is, what you're really made out of. And that's all this is. Just a reminder to handle your faith, handle your biz. TCB, taking care of business, is taking care of business up here first. It's not just get a deal, have an appointment. Hey, man. It's not any of those things. It's realizing that I have my own inner power and that I have my own desire, and that I'm going to go after that dream that I have in my mind of an international team and all these other things, instead of regret and what's not working right and fuck this, fuck that. There's my homie. Well, there's a Colorado. I don't see Yoni, but you know. I see the homie, but I don't see Yoni. Let's see who's all in there. Let's see if he's in there. Pino Copa. Is he on the other side? No? See if he's in there. No, I don't see him. Maybe he's not in there, but I'm here, and we're gonna see if we can't sell some shit. Yeah!
It's not summer yet.
Yes, it is!
No.
I'm committed to the 60 degrees. I was in my shorts. We'll believe other people's bullshit. Hell, we'll believe other people's bullshit. Hell, we'll even believe somebody else's perspective of us. How ineffective is that? You know, to not believe in yourself, to not have faith in yourself and in the universe that it's conspiring in your favor. Most people, did you see what God just did to us, man? Did you see what you just did to God? You know, you shame the gods when you don't use your talent. You shame the gods when you don't execute your plans, bro. You know, that's the faith I'm talking about. Double down on yourself. People ask me, you're from Vegas, man. What do you do? You know what I mean? Look at these beautiful, beautiful flowers. You know, what do you do? I believe in me, man. I bet on me. And they're like, what? Yeah, dude, I bet on me all the fucking time, bro. I double down, not on stupidity, but on my faith. You know, the faith that I will, go ahead, bro, that I will survive, that I will make it past this day, and I will make myself, this is so cute, super healthy. You know, I don't know what these people are doing, but I'm gonna fucking jog it up real quick. Get the fuck on with my day. I got time for no red lights, baby. I only know about getting to the source, and that's what I'm gonna do, bro. I'm gonna go over, cross over, right past the theater, head to the river, and meet up with my friends to smoke some weed. I'm gonna keep it at ease. I'm not going to go, let's hop on the bank account. Let's hop on, oh shit, people wanna run me over. I'm not gonna do any of that. Like, oh no, this isn't gonna work. I'm not even gonna walk on the sidewalk. I'm gonna stay right here in the shine all the time. Look. People wanna hit me? I hope you do, bitch. I hope you do. All that road, and you're over here fucking with me. Get the fuck out of here. Move on with your bad self. And I will. Right in the sunshine, all the time. And guess what? I'm walking the line, and right to the sunshine, right to the sidewalk. So all that bullshit, all that fear, just so I can stay in the shine, that's other people's fear. That's their reality, you know? I wanted to live in my own reality where I could have my own business, travel the world, and it's plenty. So by the time I get another $1,000 deal and I start breathing better, there's the theater. Isn't that cool? You know, I'm out in the springtime. I'm getting the reflection of the light from the breeze, from the trees, from the leaves, man. You know what I mean? I'm getting the things that make me a better person. And now that I'm waking up, drinking my waters, fasting, I feel great. My muscles are tight. My attitude is right. And my possibilities are endless. And that's the type of blessing that I wanted people to see, you know? This is what I mean. That beautiful bridge right here at Hericus. Look at this beautiful life. Let me turn it around. You already know what I look like. But do you know this? Riverside, motherfucker. Do. Look at all these people. All of them startled and gnarled, just chilling at the park, enjoying the sunshine, absorbing it onto my skin. I feel great, you know. I feel great. I look great. Girls are checking me out, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it feels like. And it feels like a dream. I keep myself in a dream state so that way I'm not worried all the time, worried about a lake or a situation that ain't working, or the darkness, you know. I want to focus on the light, bro. I want to focus on what's right. Go ahead, you're all right. Yep. And that's what we'll do. Stay outside. Aww. Listen to your mother singing to you, taking care of your dirty ass. Look at all these children playing. You think they're worried about their bills? Hell no. They're worried about how high they can go. Oh shit, startled me. You know, what they can do with their lives. And that's what I want to do. I want to do something with my life. I don't want to let it sit there worried instead of doing some action or doing something for the production of my life. I'm going to get into it and make it my life, make it my own, make it my shine. And that's just different. I don't know how else to explain it. But that's me. That's me. I'm him. That's right. Is that my homie? Is he already there at the park? That don't look like him, but that looks like his bike. Yeah. And I told him just like that, I'll be right here and I'm right on time. So, you know, you can be as free as me, but you got to do your mental stability. You got to be able to harness your chi and stop tripping about things. Is that him? It is him. Yep. This is how we do these things, man. We do these things because they make us real, you know? They make our lives real. They make our whole life feel better and fulfilled instead of the situations at hand. Check out this bridge. Check out this bridge, bro. Tell me I don't live. Who you telling? I'm telling you, bro. Heracas, dude. All the stones. And the stone. And the stone. Let's go. Let's go. So that's your morning motivation. You got anything out of it? You already know. Like, share, subscribe below. But as always, peace and love. And always, how do we say it? Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Come on. And tell them, bro. Chigathon. Chigathon. I'll see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, subscribe. The other side of your fear, the other side of your excuses, and the other side of the world. Because that's where I'll be. Peace. Birds on shirts. Birds on shirts. That's a real swan. What a fucking trip. They are violent birds. They'll fucking kill you. And look at that. Just like that. They're afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I can help it. I can help myself. See the light. See my shine. Every morning motivation time. That's Saints Addiction. On my heart from the start. I'll see you guys on the other side. Look at that. Peace. 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 Yes. Blessed.